Jesus. I don't even know what this one's called. But men, I'm gonna say it again. You are not to chase women. Whatever happened back in history before when it got changed and manipulated into a system of money, because men aren't to chase women. All this dating and all that was manipulated with money and everything. Men have never meant to be chasing women. Women have been. God said you are men will be provided a helper. That means the woman's already met who she's meant to be with, but she's too greedy, selfish, disrespectful, and ungrateful of the man that God has provided her. That's the truth. She is ungrateful of the gift that God has given her as the man He has provided her. We're not meant to chase women. God is providing you a woman who is to help you. And all these divorces and everything, they're not meant to happen. Women are very selfish and ungrateful of the man that God has provided them. That's the truth. And instead of helping, what are they doing? You all know what they're doing. And if you were a God-believing person and you go by His rules and His laws, yeah, you're not meant to chase women. You've probably been provided a woman already, and she's gone past you, and she's too greedy, too selfish, too arrogant, got no love in her heart, and she's just brushing you off. You're in the friend zone or whatever it is. That's not your fault. That's her being selfish, greedy, having no love in her heart, believing all this nonsense. Materialism has manipulated the brain and taken them away from God. And you can be like that, well, I don't really care, but that's the truth. If you're a person of faith and God, men are not meant to chase women. It says it in the book. He will provide you a helper. And you women, you've probably gone past the man you've meant to be with. But you've got this thing that whatever God gives you, that's not good enough. And there's a joke that goes on with Adam and Eve in the garden. When God goes, here you go, Adam and Eve, I've given you everything. Just don't touch that tree. And Eve's gone, that's not enough. And the girl didn't even get the joke. And it's like, I was waiting for more. And the whole joke is, yeah, that's the point. You're just always wanting more, you women. Instead of being grateful, as God says to be. Be grateful. It's better to give than receive. So, that's what it says. That's what the Bible says. Men, do not chase women. It's in the Genesis straight away. You are to follow God and the woman is to follow the man. Right? So God is providing men with helpers, right? So you women, if you've gone past plenty of men and they're in your circle and you're talking and shit, one of them is more than likely the one that God has chosen for you to help. But you're in some Walt Disney fantasy utopia that you believe in. Because with phones and that, you've been taken away from reality. Because before phones and that, where were you getting your love and everything from where you are? So God would have had to pick from there suitable people for each other. You didn't have, there is no, and these are just, yeah. God has already selected it. And people are ungrateful of the selection God has provided for them. Every girl I've gone out with is not been the top. Gone out with some people who said I've gone out with some good ones, but I'm just like, that's not the point. I wanted love. And no girl gave it to me. It was all like too hard to do love. Because love is like forever, and whatever the toughness is and the struggle of your life is, you just work it out. And that's the whole point of it. But girls don't want to do that. You didn't do this. It's like, okay. Because every time I've had something, a woman has come in and just destroyed it. It's just like, are you going to help or are you just going to take? And I end up with nothing. And I'm just like, okay, this is starting to get beyond a joke. You aren't helping, you aren't loving, and it's just like, I'm gonna walk away from this. But that's it. God said He'd provide you a helper. So basically, women are meant to help the man, build up and stuff. But you aren't doing that. You're just sitting there and then whinging about cooking and cleaning. Really, cooking and cleaning. Or well. I think it's just making an issue because you just can't, and no one's calling you out and saying, "Hang on a second, whoa." That's actually everyone does that. Everyone cooks. Everyone cleans. You taught that when you grow up, or you. Who's the dumbest women get away with going? Oh, it takes me an hour to get ready to go on a date, and I'm just like, so. I know how to have a shower, brush my teeth, and do all that, and get dressed too. So you can take that getting dressed shit, and yeah, that means nothing. You don't. That's not how you get checks at a date. All these men falling for this. Oh, I had to get ready for an hour, don't you see? And I'm like, yeah, I see you're a human, and that kind of shit is dumb. You can go play with some idiot who's going to let you get away with that shit. That's just stupid. That's called being a human and getting up and getting dressed and being appropriate when you go outside. I'm sick of, and men will fall for that. Like, no, dudes. Well, it took me an hour to get what? It took you an hour to get dressed and be appropriate for the world? And you're going to say that's something that a man should have to pay for? No. No, that's called being a freaking human, spastic. Like, any of you man who put up with that, you're an idiot. It's called getting dressed and making yourself appear for the world appropriate instead of a scruffy person, you know? So, um, yes, that's all I see as a person who's a believer. If you're not, you probably wouldn't give a shit what I say. You would not care what I say. You go, I don't care. I'm a woman. I'm getting what I want. It's like, okay, no worries. But if you're a believer in God, that's His rules. That is His rules. Men will be provided a helper. And women, you've probably been around the man you're meant to help, but I guarantee you are judging every man around you. You're nitpicking every single piece, and that one of them is probably the guy that God has picked for you to help. But you are, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. And what does God say you should be? The opposite, doesn't He? He says you should be grateful, loving, accepting, considerate. But that's why when these girls come out and say they're Christian and they're acting like this, I'm like, no, you're not. That's not God's teaching. That's definitely not God's teaching to belittle people, to say you're better than people. That's not God's teachings. You just saw Charlie Kirk's wife. She just proved what Jesus' teaching is. The guy that shot her husband, yeah, that's God's teachings. Forgive those. Yeah, you see, that's a bit different than you women going, I want this and this and this, and I'm a Christian. It's like, that's a Christian over there. You're not a Christian. She showed love to someone who took away her husband. That's God's love. Yours is not God's love. Yours is satanic love. That is just take. I deserve this. I've done all this. Like, just pride, proud. Yeah, that's all not God. You're being proud, having pride. In the gospel, it says not to. It's a total opposite. So how are you going to say you're a Christian and you're doing that? I just want to understand. You can't say you're a Christian and have all these standards and like, I'm this and that. That's not in Christianity. That's not Jesus. Jesus loves everybody. So if he loves everyone, how he's not putting people down, he's not saying this and that, he's not saying I've done all this, I deserve that. Like I'm just trying to get used to understand who Jesus is. Like before it's too late, because like all this boasting and stuff, yeah, read the Bible. I'm telling you, don't do it. Like if you love God, you might want to change your idea on all this boasting and pride and oh, I've done all this and my standards are this and that. When Jesus washed his disciples' feet, fed hungry people, raised people who couldn't walk, gave sight to the blind. Like, and what? Who are you? Oh, I've done this and that, and that, not as ever this. Jesus never said any of that to anybody. Oh, I'm this job, I'm God, and that. You better blah blah. He just went, pick up your cross and follow me. You want to come to heaven? Well, follow me. You want all your pain and suffering take away? Follow me. No, no money, no money. He didn't ask for any money. Didn't ask for any hard works. Just said, follow me and my commandments and what I do. Change from your wicked ways. Be baptized and stuff. There was nothing about stomping on other people, pushing other people down. It was all about picking other people up and saving them. So, yeah, I'm just all these people going, oh, I deserve it. I'm just like, what part of Christianity is that? Never seen that. I've never seen Jesus be greedy and selfish and me, me, me. Like he's telling us we're sinners and we're not good at all and we need to follow him and change our wicked ways. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like humans are pretty wicked. We do much have to change our wicked ways. And yeah, we aren't deserving of much. We should pretty much share. And then you get all, oh, not me, not me. I'm like, yes, you too. I guarantee I'm probably a better person than you, but I say I'm a sinner. I've done some things as a kid, but everyone's done things as a kid, like growing up, that are just disgusting. And like, I know I'm a sinner, but when people like others come out and go, no, not me, I'm like, you're going to sit there and tell me you're not a sinner with a straight face. Like, no. So, um, yeah, as I said, I see all this stuff that keeps going on. And yeah, men, you will be provided a helper. And women, if you're not going to talk to the men around you and want to be their helper, then you're being ungrateful of the man God has provided you. You can whinge and complain, come on the internet and go, oh, why aren't men trying to court us and all that? Because they're not meant to. And all this demonic crap of going, you're not manning up if you do that. Well, if they're a Christian, they're not meant to. You're meant to, we can say hello and all that talk and stuff like humans, but all that courting is meant to be done by the woman. She's meant to ask the man, would you like me to help you? And that's how she becomes your helper. Yeah, you've all got it wrong. I don't know what time period it happened and how they manipulated it to turn it around to make it the other way around. So we're back with Adam chasing Eve and we're all getting kicked out of the garden because you didn't bother to follow God's rules. Yeah, you just don't realize how big of a thing that is. When I read it, I was like, there's a message right there in your face. Because God has told Adam to follow him, and the woman come out of Adam to help him, and he's told them, follow me, do not touch that tree. Eve went away, did not follow the man. And then Adam, who was meant to follow God, followed the woman and got kicked out of the garden. That is the information. All I needed to say right there, God has told us men, not to chase women. He will provide us with a woman who will help us. So basically, what he's saying, when you all the women you're talking with, right? One of them there, out of all of them there, God has made her a provider for you, a helper for you, to help you out, right? And she probably knows it. She's probably, oh, this guy's really sweet. I'd love to, but because of the crap that's on the internet and that today, there's just like, oh no, no, you haven't got this and that, and it's just like, and God's like, oh, okay, materialism. So worried about having something better than somebody else. And that's satanic. That is the serpent bribing Eve right there. How many of them want the more flashier thing than someone else? Nearly all of them. And that's the serpent giving the bribe to Eve because that's that shiny thing. It's right there. I'm not gonna keep telling Christians this because it's there in the Bible. And then you'll get all the women who'll be manipulating it to sidestep it and tell males, oh, no, 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 no. When you males need to get a backbone when you're meant to be serving God. You're not meant to be serving women. You're meant to be serving God. And I'm sick of it. You will always let women manipulate you and not listen to God. When God says no woman is meant to teach the man of God because he is a man of God. He knows the scripture, so how's a woman going to tell him who God is when God is telling him who he is? You men have got to stop it, or the door is narrow, or many will knock. If you're going to just do it because you've got to make your woman happy, then go to the fire. I don't care. If you're not going to get a spine for God, then you're not even with him, because you couldn't be bothered to follow his law. It took me so long. Like, man, I used to be all that. As soon as I started following this law, everything's changed. Like, everything's changed. Do not chase women, and it's like a commandment from God. Do not chase women. One will be provided for you, and it's opened it up. Like, doesn't mean I don't love. I love everybody. I don't care if you're black, white, whatever you are. I don't care. The idea is good versus evil, and the other idea is I follow his rules. His rules. If he says men are not meant to chase women, one will be provided. Well, I think I'm going to listen to what God says, not what man says, not what women says. I'm going to listen to what God says. Why? Well, I think I just gave you the answer to why. Because it's God. And it's not happy life, happy wife, happy life. No. It's God's love. End of story. I don't want to hear that happy wife. Such crap. No, that's bowing to the woman like Adam bowed to Eve and got kicked out of the garden. You're not meant to do it. You're not meant to kneel at a woman either. Yeah, you're not meant to kneel at a woman and go, will you marry me? No, you're only meant to kneel at God. He is a jealous God. I'm not going to keep doing this. I've never kneeled to a woman. Stuff that. No way. I only kneel to God. Women aren't meant to kneel to man. They're meant to follow the man and help him. All this crap when it says the man rules over the woman, that's not exactly meaning he's going to whip the living shit out of. No, he's under God's rules. Under God's rules, the 10 Commandments, he's under them. So we can't treat her like a piece of garbage. He has to love her and treat her with respect. So you've got the wrong idea about everything. Is it just because you want to I don't know, it's probably women haters, man. They have this problem with man. And then if men didn't exist, they wouldn't exist because they don't know how to look after themselves. They think they do because they've got everything at arm's reach. But how would you do the electricity? How would you do the water? How would you do the sewerage? There's so many things that you just take for granted that you don't realize are run predominantly by men. And you spit and slag while you're sitting in a place that's being run by electricity. Like, the ignorance is just astounds me, man. But the thing is, you men are part of the problem by not having the spine to be men. It's not about being violent. That's not masculine. I don't know where this toxic masculine crap came from. It doesn't even link masculine and toxic, don't even go together. Masculine is strong, not weak. So how can you put toxic masculinity into it? You're going to put weakness with strongness and say it's toxic? Toxic? That makes no sense. Masculine, strong, powerful. That means not wildering, not being a weak person. That means standing your ground, knowing the right thing to do. That's where masculine comes from. If you yield, you're weak. So where's this toxic? No, it'd be toxic feminine. It would be feminist or something. They're the ones who get emotional. So how's that masculine? You just made up a word and didn't even know what the meaning was, didn't you? That's what you did. That's what you did. Masculine. The meaning of masculine. Strong. Let's just put toxic in front of it and make it some gay, stupid thing that makes no sense. It's toxic strength. No, that's stupid. Masculine's just masculine, strong. Well, we want to make a word to man hate. Yeah, no worries. Well, I understand, yes. Only idiots are going to let you go with it. Yeah, lots of idiots are going to let you go get away with that. Absolute nonsense. Masculine is strong. It's never violent. It's a bit like love, Nelly. So, yeah. Yeah, man. You're not meant to chase women. So, and you women, that's why I said it, get your heads out of your backsides. Just, if you're with guys, right? Talk to them. Stop thinking you're some supermodel or something. I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, you act like you're some superior being when you're around people. It's like you're not. You're a human. Say hello. Be good. Because one of them men is probably the one that God has provided for you. But you're too up yourself. And then you're going to end up alone because the one that God provided for you were too ungrateful. You were too selfish. You had no love in your heart. And now you're what, by yourself? And then lying, saying, "Oh, I'm a woman. I like being single." No, you don't. You don't. Men have more capable of being single because we're used to being single. It's an actual fact. All this crap that the media and news are pushing, it's a lie. You women don't like being single. You're not like men. You want someone to protect you, to hold you. But you just want to lie just because you want. I don't know what it is. What is it? Is there a carrot up your ass or something? Like you got something wrong with you? You've got to try and fight men who compete against each other. Like, do you understand that? It's just like this. Oh, I'm going to beat all men. No, you're not. And then the news will come out. Yes, they can. And I'm just like, no, they can't. Why is doing it? Oh, we want to embarrass women because that's what you did when you made the transgender thing a thing in sport. Women got embarrassed. It was disgusting, and it was like, well, women, you've done it to yourselves by all this crap, by pushing the strong men away. You've allowed the transgender thing into your sports because the strong men would have gone, no, that's dumb, but you've allowed it, and they came in, and then you sooked after it happened. And we told you. Strong men told you it was wrong. But then, oh, toxic masculinity. No, it's not. We were telling you, and it ended up being true, didn't it? And you just cried at things and to get it changed, to get men out of women's sports. And I was just like, Oh, anyway, we're back at the scene. Like even to like just being a Christian now is just like you just go, oh, well, because people who don't like Christianity are like, use of this, use of that, and they're the violent ones who want to kill you. That's like, no, we're not. I'm not playing that game anymore. Use the ones who are violent, who want to kill, and like, if you're a Christian, you should know this, and you should be following God's law. I don't. I sort of went off track with that, but that's what I mean. If you're a real Christian, you're men are not to chase women, and the people who don't follow Christianity more likely want to kill you because they don't have God, they don't have love in their heart, they have hate as well. Wherever you got God, you are not meant to have hate. You're meant to have nothing but love because Jesus loves you, doesn't he? And you are to forgive if you want him to forgive you. This is all Bible stuff. And people say they're Christians and they've got all these, my standards, my this. And I'm like, you're not a Christian. You can't be saying all that and be a Christian when Jesus says to love all, to forgive, to be giving. Like, and you're all going, no, I've done all of this, I deserve this. And I'm going, that's not Christ like, not even close. You know, like, so, you know, and the Christians have warned you about so many things. Like, I've seen things that are coming. And you women, don't come crying to us Christians, us Christian men about it. We have warned you. We are sick of warning you. And you laugh and you carry on. It won't be funny when it gets here or it takes over. Then don't come crying to me because I'm a Christian. I know I'm not afraid of it. I'm getting saved because I have faith in Jesus. I follow his laws, his commandments. I speak about it. I speak about everything that is bad against him. While you chant and cheer for Satan, you don't realize it. Like that's also satanic. They believe God sent a man who could just go and kill people when in the Old Testament kill them. He didn't wipe them all out. He's like, oh, he wiped them all out. No, he didn't. Read the Bible. They let Rumble. I don't know what's wrong with Rumble. But like it's better than YouTube, but it's live and it cuts in and out and doesn't. But it's a free speech platform. I mean, you still got the idiots who can't take a free, don't want to hear your speech. Oh, why did you say that? It's like what? It's free speech, dude. Debate it, argue it. Well, you can't. I'll go get a gun and shoot somebody. You can't argue it, so shoot them instead. Oh, no. Yeah, because you can't argue it. That's all it is they can't argue it. Oh, guns, bang. They're going to think it's funny when the Republicans start shooting back. You remember they're over there, they're trying to blame the Republicans and that. Like the Republicans don't use are the ones who sort of orchestrated this guy shooting Charlie. No, it was used. It was used. And like, you've been calling everyone Nazis and that for years and years, and finally, bang, 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 all these people get shot and killed, and no one from the Republic side has really done anything. So, what's going to happen when they eventually start shooting back? And they're the Second Amendment people who like their guns, and these are the ones who hate guns. Yeah. because you can see it a mile away. Everyone around the world can see you're causing it and then trying to play victim. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't work. Humans aren't retarded. I know you like to think everyone's retarded when you do it, but not everyone's retarded when you do it. We can see straight through it. You can see straight through it. You shoot someone and then play victim. It's like, no. Oh, we didn't shoot it with someone else. No, no, no. But your influence, right, with your Nazi and racism and bigotry and all that crap, your word salad nonsense that has no substance to it. It's just a bunch of words you throw out because you just can't have an argument. You just can't debate. You just can't do anything. So you just throw your word salad nonsense and now people get shot. And then you just play victim. It's like, no, it's not working anymore. It's over. It's finished. That shit's just stupid. You can stop being children, for starters. Grown adults don't just look at that and go, you really think that's going to work on grown adults? Oh, yeah, yeah. No, not grown adults. Just wake up. So, yeah, and just last time, because I'm trying to get this through to my men. If they want to be saved by God, you're not to chase women. He will provide you with a woman. And if women don't get their heads from out between their butt cheeks and start being grateful, because I've seen a lot of women and you're not as good as what you think you are. Like, you're not. Like, you might look at my face, but if I showed you my body, yeah, I've got a pretty hot body. I'm in shape and everything. But, yeah, like, just, I'm going to have to do it because he's a painful. Like, man, definitely. I might not have that sexiest face, but my body. Look at you. Wait till you see my body, man. And I've been single for like 11 years. Yeah, I paid for sex. Yeah, because like after 3 years, I was like, oh, this is starting to become a joke. Like, but God said He'd provide. So I probably met girls and that, but they're just like so head so far up their backside. They're like, oh, I deserve this. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm not. You can do that, but man, that's the funny thing because you do it like that and then the phone falls. Like, I've lost a bit of size from what I used to be because I've shredded. I shredded heaps. Like I lost a lot of weight. I lost like 20 something kilos, like to shred down to lose body fat. So I'm working at trying to get food back in and build back up again. So I didn't realize I was trying to lift as much as the same as well. I'm going, oh, I shredded too much. But I do it all the time, so it takes a while just to get everything back to normal. So yeah, I'm shredded as. My body's awesome. My girls, I've got the body that girls are looking for, but they're so nitpicky about every single thing. You're just like, why would you bother? Like, but they're meant to come up to you. They've probably met you, they've talked to you, and instead of being the woman who's meant to help, they don't want to do it. Oh, what am I, your mum? What am I, your dad? Like, do you want to play childish games like that? That's what it is. It's just children, man. It's like, remember when you're a kid and you're playing like sandbox and like you do things like pinching a punch for the first day of the month or no returns or what's another one? Um I am not you are, so what am I and stuff like that. Like that's what this type of shit is. Childish crap. Where women have got this idea that they all think they're guys and it's like look, we all have our insecurities or things we don't like about ourselves. But instead of going, yeah, this is how I feel about myself. You got to project them onto somebody, and it's just like, no, I don't. I'm bull crap. Women are the most insecure. Like, you paint your face, put fake hair in and extensions, and get fake breasts and butts and all that. And it's like, and then you will go out and criticize men. I'm like, hey, that is the most hypocritical thing I've ever, like, you women, that's just like, you sit there going, you wouldn't change everything about you. You take that all off, and that's not you. And then you're going to judge men. Like, come on, girls. And you're like, oh, no, no, no. Because when you go to bed, right, and you wake up next to that, it's like, that wasn't you, was it? Oh, no, be real. Stop saying, what's this thing I heard out of this lady? She had makeup on and everything, and she wasn't even, like, if you were going to say she, like, the most attractive person, like, no. And she was saying, oh, why am I always getting looked at by ugly men? And I was just like, have a think about that, what you just said, young lady. Why are only ugly men looking at you? Well, maybe you might want to think that maybe it's because that's the gift God's given to you. That's your sort of where you're meant to be. Just maybe think about it like in that logical term. Instead of saying them men are ugly, they might be the same attractiveness as you. Just a thought. I don't know. This is what comes in my head when I hear God saying He's going to provide you with a helper. Maybe that's what might be happening. Then people that are looking at you are as attractive as you are, but you think you're more attractive than them when you're actually the same attractiveness. Just saying. Just saying, that might be the thing that you women might be not seeing that I'm seeing as a Christian. Like, that when you say, oh, all these ugly men looking at me, I'm like, maybe, just maybe look in the mirror. They might be the same attractiveness as you are. Just saying, because I even see gluttony women saying, oh, I deserve this. I'm like, I don't think so, young lady. I think you might want to look at someone who's a gluttony guy, like gluttony girl, gluttony woman, sort of match each other up. Both don't know how to control your eating, sort of marry each other up. Oh, that's fat shaming. It's gluttony. That's God's law. I don't care about your fat shaming crap. That's a man-made law thing. That's not a God law. Yeah, gluttony's a sin by God. So you can argue with God all you like about it and go, oh, God's fat shaming. And I'm like, he's God. Good luck with that. So yeah, I say this all the time with people. You're fat shaming. No, I'm not. That's gluttony. I don't say fat. I say gluttony. Or it's overweight and you're actually putting a lot more pressure onto organs. Yeah, that's what it's doing. And it's putting pressure on yeah. Um, like just the same thing they put with smoking, right? Is exactly the same with being overweight. Clogs your arteries. And he's all like, that's fat shaming. Like, whatever, dude. We're trying to help you so you don't die. And you're, oh, fat shame. What's the use of, well, you want people to clap and applaud you to your death, or do you want people to help you not die? That's what I don't understand, people. And, yeah, so. Yeah, I'm sort of at the finish of it now. I'm probably going to relax a bit. I'm trying to write the last verse to my longest verse song, so it's taken a while figuring it out, mate, because I want it to be good. It's just freestyle, but I want it to be good. I want it to come out really good. So, um, yeah, I just think every time it comes up, like even for me, I know there's probably a girl that's been picked for me, and she's just so up her ass that, oh, you're I'm like, I don't care. God picked you for me, but you just think you're too good for God, so I don't care. And you're, I'm like, whatever. You're materialistic. That's all it is. You are a materialistic person. You've chose money over God. That's it. That's the end of story. And you will all make excuses for how much money you got. Look, there's no problem with being rich. But when it comes to who you're with as a human, well, yeah, your money means nothing. Just because you've got a lot of money doesn't mean you're more important or you're more worthy of something, especially if you're a Christian. God says with what you do with your money in your heart, which defines you. So if you're this one of these greedy, selfish people, I'm doing all this with all this money, blah, 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 you're not exactly being giving. You're not exactly being loving. You're not exactly being Christ-like. Just trying to explain it to you. No matter what, you have to be Christ-like. Was he ever like, oh, I'm doing all this? No. No, just never. But you think you're more than Christ. Obviously, if you, I don't know. So, yeah, love. Biggest message you're going to get to probably women is love. God's love. Yeah, not material love. If you want love, that you got to go find God's love. But if you want their love, fine, that's not God. And you're not going to be with God, so I'm not really talking to you, am I? Talking to people who love God, obviously. Yeah. So women, if you're around men, right, and you're probably got feelings for a guy or something like, oh, I have feelings for this guy or something. I don't know why, or blah blah blah. Go talk to him or something. There might be a reason. Don't be saying, oh, he's too ugly or this dimple or some dumb, childish, just inhumane crap because of something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's your mum. She's just as greedy as you or something. I don't know. Or your dad. Oh, you got to go with this because he thinks he's top crap and he's probably a massive sinner himself. Yeah, I've met all the men who talk about, you, my daughter's going to go this, and I'm looking at them going, you are the biggest sinner on the planet. How dare you talk about what morals are and values and all this and what someone should go with your daughter should be like when you're a massive sinner. Like, it's ridiculous. Some of the crap I hear coming out of men about, they better do this with my daughter and this with my daughter. And I'm sitting there just going, you better repent of your sins first before you go out giving orders on anybody. Like, you don't get it. Like, all these men who I'm doing this with my daughter and this with my daughter. I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to be acting like Christ if you really want to know. Yeah, Christ. You're going to be like Christ. You're not going to be saying my daughter's going to be bad mouthing men. That's not Christ like. It's not even close to Christ like not even the same table as Christ like. So all these men who keep saying this to women about what they should be going for and a man and all this, no. Don't ever put my God ever close to that. God didn't pick sexes and all that. What are we made? In his image. What? Both sexes? Yes. So does one sex have to do? No. Man, yes, toil the earth and protect the house and all that. Yeah, that's just, what's got to do with money? You have made money a part of God, which it does not belong. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's and give to God what is God's. I mean, there's so many scriptures that say that. Or you always go, you always end up back at money. You do, I'm telling you. You always make excuses. Oh, I've got to go back to money. I've got to go back to money. Well, guess what? Guess who you're not a part of if you keep doing it? Because you've made money your God, not God your God. End of story. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear any more excuses. When you're going out with someone, oh, well, they don't have this and they don't have that. Who are you? Are you God? Did you get nailed to a cross? No, you didn't. Why not help people? And if they can't be helped, that's when you've got to go get other people to go, man, you need to change your way. You're lost. You're something wrong. Like, you go help people. Help people, not kick them in the ground. Not kick them in the ground. That's the biggest problem. You can all say you're Christ, you like Christ, but Christ doesn't stamp on people. He helps them up. Understand the word I just said then? Helps them up? Well, the words. Sorry, I didn't go full technical with it. But yeah, helps people up. If you're not helping people up, right, and you're forcing them down, you are the opposite of Christ. You're the opposite. You're not with him. Don't be saying all this crap that I'm hearing and then say you're with God. And I'm like, no. You can manipulate yourself on the screen and brainwash yourself to believe that. All I have to do is pick up that book and it says what it says, and you're not going to manipulate it. You're not going to change it. I'm going to tell you what God has written in that book. And you're not going to make it up in your head that it's something else. You're just not. I don't care if you're some father in bloody Rome or something. I don't care. That book, I know where it come from. I know who translated it. I know how authentic it is. No father in some stupid dress that looks like a girl is going to tell me about God. In the thing where it says in Revelations, people who are wearing that are against God, like they're deceptive. And they will wear, what is it, the velvet and whatever colours. Yeah, and that's what they're wearing in Rome, in the Catholic Church. I mean, I'm not against Catholics. I mean, they're meant to, they were helped, they were the Crusaders and that. But some of that stuff that's done in the Vatican is not right. It's not a part of Christianity, not even close. With their puff of smoke and shit for their Pope, and I'm sitting there going, what's that got to do with Jesus, dude? I don't care about your Pope. I want to hear about Jesus. Oh, I want to have my stupid dress on. I don't care about your stupid dress. Don't live of the world. If you live of the world, the love of the Father's not with you. I didn't say it, he said it. So you're making all these rituals and stupid things that are of the world. And what does God say? Don't. Well, you're not with me. I'm not the smartest guy, but when you're doing it, then trying to tell me about God, and I'm like, Jesus said not to do that. And you don't look like Jesus to me. So I'm going to follow what he said over what you said. So when the Catholics and all that do that, I'm like, oh, it's our tradition and that. I'm like, I've actually got the book of tradition and it's not a part of it. Like, yeah, the communion and that, is that a part of the thing? When you're calling on God to be in your presence with the Spirit, yeah, it's one of the ways. It's not you don't make it a ritual. What does God say about rituals? What does God say about rituals? Not to do them, or you're a pagan. I mean, get it out of your head, all these rituals and routines, and follow him. I mean, I seriously think people don't read the Bible. And then they try and tell people they read the Bible. And then I go to the Bible and you don't know the Bible. Like, the amount of people who tell me I should be a pastor and a padre because I keep schooling all these so-called experts on the Bible, I'm sick of it. Stop lying. Stop deceiving people with the Bible. It says what it says. You can't change it. I mean, unless you're Jehovah's Witnesses. And then they change all these bits in the Bible and then forget about the rest of them. And you're like, you idiots. We can tell you try to corrupt our Bible to fit your Jehovah's Witness thing when Jehovah's Witnesses never existed. Yeah, he's a cult. You've never been a part of Christianity. Like, the book even says they were called Christians
But you're going to say we have no idea about God? Like, you wouldn't know about the Bible without us, you mongers. That's how dumb Jehovah's Witnesses are. It is. That's how dumb Jehovah's Witnesses are. They wouldn't know about the Bible without Christians. Like, they're the dumbest people. And so the Seventh-day Adventists wouldn't have known about the Bible without Catholics and Orthodox. But then they say, oh, you don't know what you're doing. It's like, read history, you stupid idiots. I'm not a Catholic or an Orthodox, but I know where it come from by history. Yeah, the first two, Orthodox and Catholics, came before every other denomination. So if you want to keep deceiving and lying and act like who is first and who's not, when if you go back to the history, right after the disciples and then who was who, and then when they broke up, they called themselves Catholics and Orthodox, original and Catholicism, whatever, the Romans and shit. You got to go read it. It's real dark, man. It's like a lot of it looks like it's missing, but from the 1400s when like so much crap, like there's so much stuff that's been lost, that like, and people preserve what they could. Like there's probably heaps that needs to go to the Bible, like probably heaps, because a lot of people had their egos and their pride and burnt things. Oh, we can't have that. A bit like the Muslims who kill other Muslims who don't follow their way of the Quran. Like it just like that's when they had like the what was it, the island had the Protestants and the Catholics. Dumbest friggin' shit you would ever think of. But people. Oh, what are you talking about? Don't be saying stuff about no, you were children. Like God had his message, and how did the Catholics and the Protestants end up fighting each other over it? That makes no sense. Turn the other cheek. Two swords are sufficient against the transgressor. There's no attacking in it. There is no attacking in the Bible when Jesus comes. I give my stone to the first person who says they've never sinned. That means fight and kill. No, it doesn't. It means God's the judge. You're not. I mean, you can only judge through God's judgment, not yours. That's what it's all about. Um, yeah, I'm just, I don't know. Once I get a bit carried away, I get carried away. But yeah, love is God. There's nothing else. There's no hate in it. There's no hate in God's love. And women, you've probably gone past the guy you're meant to help, but you sort of probably ruined it because of your ego and all this other stuff. And men, you aren't to chase women. Well, God's rules. So praise Jesus. Look after yourself. Have a good day.